the ground shake.
Hey guys, so this is the Dragon Strike DPS build. Okay, so this will be a build mainly for just outputting as much DPS as you can get. So ideal for raids, ideal for open world, ideal for the summit. So whenever anybody says to you, you know, you need your full DPS build on, this build is perfect for that. Okay, so with this build we'll start off with the specialization, which is the demolitionist. Okay, so with this you're basically just using this weapon. It's great for razorback, popping the back or front depending on where you are after the crossbow's gone in. So it's great for that rather than you having to manually try to toggle a grenade in there. So you just equip this, as long as you've got ammo, just pop it straight in. Once the crossbow's done, you just fire your grenade straight out that hole and it gets every time. Front or back, doesn't matter where you are, it'll get it. So even if like somebody misses a grenade, you can be ready on standby, and if they miss it, you know, if you're not too sure if they know what they're doing or they're new to it, you can just stand by and then just pop it if you need to. Okay, so with the primary gun, we've got the Eagle Bearer. So the Eagle Bearer, you can see the stats there, so I'm not going to go into it, but its main roles are assault rifle, health damage and headshot damage. Okay, so the talents on this gun is Eagle Strike. Accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to 30%. Headshot kills grant tenacity buff for 15 seconds. The strength of the tenacity is increased by 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. Okay, so tenacity, 40 to 80% of the damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. All of the total delayed damage is reduced for each enemy killed while the buff is active, up to 100% with 3 kills. So as long as you get those 3 kills, you will not take that damage that you've taken. Okay, so it just expires. Alright, so just be mindful, this gun can down you, okay, if you don't get those kills. Alright, for the secondary, we've got the Baker's Dozen rifle. So the Baker's Dozen is a version of the M1A, and you can see the stats there. So you've got rifle damage. I'm going to change that talent from crit hit damage to damage to target out cover. Oh, actually no, it comes with crit hit damage, actually, I'm forgetting. And headshot damage on there as well. Okay, and then the talent on there is Perfect Lucky Shot. Magazine capacity is increased by 30%. Missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return to the magazine. So basically, this is good for those times when you're running in with a directive in the summit, or you know, anywhere else where you've got ammo hoarders and you need every bullet counts kind of thing. So you want to be hitting those shots. If you miss a shot, you don't have to worry about it with this weapon because it'll come back to you. Okay, so you're always going to be hitting your shots. Okay, so with that, obviously you put on the mods on there. I've got the C79 scope, so crit hit chance, so I can scope in when I need to get those headshots. I've got 20% stability on the mag, and I've got angle grip, 10% stability on the grip there. Okay, and then on the mask, I've got the Fenris mask. So this attribute from the brand gives you 10% assault rifle damage, and then the stats are weapon damage, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and then a crit hit damage mod on there. So that's the stats for that. Then going over to the backpack, we've got the Providence backpack. So the first talent on there is headshot damage, 15%. And then we've got core attributes, which is 15% weapon damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and then another crit hit damage mod on there. And the talent that comes with this backpack is Vigilance. Increases total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Okay, so while you're not taking any hits, you can just output an extra 25% damage to any of the targets that you're aiming at. So just be mindful, if you take a shot, or take any damage from anywhere, it does disable that buff. Okay. Onto the chest piece. This is the second Providence piece in the set. So the second trait gives you critical hit chance of 10% with that brand, and it is the named Providence chest as well, the sacrifice. So you can see there again, pretty much everything is going to be weapon damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and then again on my last piece for modding, I've got another crit hit damage mod on there. And with the talent on this named piece, it's perfect glass cannon. And for all you guys who don't know, all damage you deal is amplified by 30%, all damage you take is amplified by 60%. Be warned guys, you need to be careful with this chest piece, so you need to sort of play with it a lot and try and get used to it, because if you're not used to using cover and you don't know how to pick your shots, pick your enemies, pick your shots, then you know this thing can put you down quite quickly. You can get one shot from certain enemies, and to use it appropriately you need practice, and a lot of practice. Raids can be quite dangerous anyway, so running it in a raid, it's risky business. Okay, unless you know how to use it, you learn, you adapt, you use cover correctly, you know when you're about to go down, so you're leaving yourself with just enough health to actually put yourself behind cover and heal up if you need to. Okay, so that's the other second piece, Providence. Onto the gloves, we've got the Grupo Sombra gloves. So with this brand set, the one piece gives you 15% critical hit damage. Okay, and again weapon damage, crit chance, crit hit damage. Okay, we're moving quite swiftly through this, so I apologise, but just pause the video if you'd like to have a look at anything throughout this video. Okay guys, so onto the third Providence piece, which is the holster. So the third and final trait you get with this brand is 15% critical hit damage, and then again weapon damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. Okay, onto the last part of the gear, which is the knee pads, and it is the named Overlord knee pads, which is the Fox's Prayers, which gives you 10% rifle damage, which works in conjunction with the Baker's Dozen. Okay, so on this you will get 15% weapon damage. Normally you'll get 8% damage to target out of cover, and then I put critical hit damage on there as well. Okay, so as long as your crit hit damage is rolled high enough to where you feel comfortable, if you want more crit hit damage, then go more crit hit damage. If you don't, then you could put something else on there. But the main thing that people use this for is to run in conjunction with the M1A, which is the original of the Baker's Dozen. Baker's Dozen is the variant of the M1A. Okay, and also to do that extra damage to the target out of cover. Okay, and on there I am using the chem launcher, the reinforced chem launcher, which basically kind of heals you, so I'm using that rather than the drone, and then the revive hive. Okay, and on my pistol I have the TDI card custom, just in case, like if I want to use that chem launcher, I can just swap to my pistol, equip the chem launcher, just throw it out straight away. Alright, and then onto the stats, we've got 60% crit hit chance and 197.8 crit hit damage. Okay, and then on the Baker's Dozen, 55% crit hit chance and 199.8 crit hit damage. Okay, so that is the Dragon Strike DPS build. Like I said, you wanna start to be working towards this build if you've been playing the game for a while. But if you are new, kind of with the variants that are around where people start trying to gain crit hit chance, crit hit damage, you want to be using Seska and Grupo Sombra, because one piece Seska gives you 10% crit chance, one piece Grupo Sombra gives you 15% crit hit damage. Okay, you want to be farming 3-piece Providence if you can get it, and then also the the mask, the Coyote's mask, which also gives you added crit hit chance, crit hit damage, depending on how far the enemies are. Okay, so you would generally start off, if you're a new player starting to build like a crit hit chance, crit hit damage gear, you probably keep one piece Grupo Sombra like you've got there. Probably if you've not got the Overlord knees, then you would use a Seska, and then, you know, possibly just a normal Overlord piece depending on where you can fit that in. On the chest piece you would normally go Unbreakable, you could go Obliterate, and then on the bag you would always try to get a bag with Vigilance on there, just so you can do that extra damage without any sort of active stacking or anything like that. So it's just there as soon as you start firing. Okay, and then once you're good and happy with the build that you've got, you know how to sort of run missions with it, raid and all that kind of stuff. You can try and have a double at glass cannon. Normal glass cannon, I think it's 50% damage taken instead of sorry, wait 1 second, let me just check. 50%, yeah, 50% damage taken rather than 60% damage taken. I think the output 25% damage output rather than 30% damage output. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I mean, there's one piece Fenris Unbreakable, so you could use something like that. Obliterate. There's a normal piece of glass cannon, so you can see the differences there. Okay guys, so that is the build. I'll leave it with you there, and we should be back shortly, hopefully, with another build video. Sorry I've not kept up to date, it's just been a little bit busy on my side, so I will shoot out another video as soon as I can get one. And for now guys, this is your boy Dragonelf signing out. Take care of each other, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.